Hey guys, I have another pick a pile reading for you today. Um, for today, I'm just going to be reading the predictions for the month of July in 2025. This could also be a timeless reading, so whenever you see this video, whichever July you're in, um, but I'm just going to be using tea leaf fortune oracle cards. Um, and I'm just going to pull whatever I can from that just to see the prediction of that month. Um, and for today, I have 6 piles to choose from. I have, for the first pile, this gold bracelet. For the second pile, I have this white bracelet, but it has like a little heart on it. For the third pile, I have this bracelet that has a butterfly on it. For the fourth pile, I have another gold bracelet that has a little heart on it. For the fifth pile, I have like a thin white necklace with a little red accent in it. And then for the sixth pile, I have this blue and black spotted bracelet. So go ahead and choose whichever one that calls to you. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. All right, so for pile number 1, I'm feeling like this pile for July is going to be entering in multiple relationships, multiple friendships, or just kind of entering in a stage where they are in dealings with a lot of people. I'm not sure in what capacity that could be in, but it's like they're meeting a lot of new people. They're getting to know, like they're making plans. It's like they're getting set up for something later down the road, which I think is going to happen in late of that year. So if you're watching this in 2025, then that would be, December and January. But if you're not, it could still be that December and January of that next year could be extremely significant. But I feel like you're kind of gearing up for something that's going to happen in the later months of the year. I feel like something that's been taking a long while for you to get to is just all of a sudden, like the doors are opening in multiple ways. I feel like it has a lot to do with, I want to say a Pisces man, but also like there's Aquarius energy that I'm feeling. We do have December, and that could also be Sagittarius and Capricorn energy, but I feel like there's something being unbroken or fixed, or maybe not, just unblocked. I feel like also you're kind of, with that secret admirer, it's kind of like you have so many options and you kind of don't, maybe with like so many options with people, but you also have, you're like you're doing so many things. Work is probably taking up a lot of your attention right now, and you don't even realize that you're being like someone's in your energy and they want to be in a romantic partnership with you. And it's kind of like you're seeing all partnerships as kind of platonic or in a work environment type of way. This could be somebody in your work environment. This could be somebody that you work with closely that you kind of, I'm seeing the 7th house in my head. So you probably work very, very closely with this person and you don't even know that they have a crush on you. It's like you're doing so much. You're kind of not thinking. You're just kind of on autopilot, and you're just like working and working and working. It's because you feel like I don't know if it's you're in this energy now or you're going to be in this energy, but it's like you're in the energy of, I have so much of this expansion in work, and I'm doing so good in work, and I'm getting, you know, I'm getting the promotions, I'm getting the attention that I've really wanted in this line of work. And so um, now that I'm in this energy, I'm kind of like, this is all I want to do. And it's like you're in that workaholic mode, especially with December. It's kind of like you're in that Capricorn energy where you're just working and working and working, and your goals, you're kind of goal oriented, but also like your goals are being, like you're heading to your goals. If not, you're already in you've already hit like a huge goal in your life, and you're just like, you just want to keep up in the ante. I feel like there could be something that you're not paying attention to. This could be what you're feeling like now, like something in your life is not headed the right way. And you're probably like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know how I'm going to get to this place. This is probably how you're feeling about your work right now. Like you feel like you're about to quit. You feel like, I don't know how much I can do this. And it's like all of a sudden either in July, or this is telling you a prediction of how it's going to be later in the year. I know that's a long time. But I feel like you are with that horse. With that horse and that ladder and even that dog far away, I feel like someone's going to be, I don't want to say dragging you to the finish line, but it feels like you get like a second wind. And it feels like it may come from this secret admirer, this male friend, but I feel like they're going to give you like a huge helping hand, and for you to get where you need to be in the later part of this year. This could also be a same-sex couple, but I do feel like there is like a masculine energy that's kind of has like a crush on you, and you probably don't even know this. You probably do, but you don't give it any attention because you're in the same workspace, so you don't really want to have like you don't want those two things to meet. And it's kind of, it's, you want to be as professional as you can. And so you feel like you shouldn't, give this any attention. But I feel like in some way, shape, or form, he's going to give you a huge helping hand for you to get to where you need to be. And I feel like if you're not in that energy of, working and goals and all those things in July, you're definitely going to be in that in December going to January. But I also do feel like there's just a lot of attention on you. There's a lot of, it feels like it's very, very positive. I don't see any negative attention. I feel like even if there is something that kind of bugs you, it's just like a petty, nuance. Well, not nuance. It's just like a petty, it's just something really, really small that you can get over it, and you shouldn't give your attention to it or your energy into it. So I would just say kind of just leave that alone. But I do feel like this is going to be a good month for you, and you're going to be ending the year off really, really good. So yeah. So I think that's all I see for pile number 1. All right, and this is pile number 2. I feel like this pile in this year has been going through a lot of setbacks in pertaining to close friends. I feel like quote unquote friends. I feel like you've kind of been putting your your loyalty to people that kind of like they've been giving you the evil eye, or they've been setting you up for failure. Like you've been putting your trust in the wrong people. Um, I feel like a lot of people have been telling your business. I'm getting mainly in social media. Like you've had people making fake posts about you saying, you know, I'm getting something specific about like, you know, your house burned down, and I feel like somebody made like a GoFundMe for in your name, saying that you like had some sort of problem with your house, or some sort of like you had some sort of problem, and they were like, well, give us the money and we could pay for the damages. But like none of that happened. And I feel like they're trying to, one, get money and, you know, try to scam off of your name, and two, um, they're trying to manifest something in your life. So they've been trying to say, and I feel like these are people who I guess who were once friends and now they're not anymore. I'm not sure who these people are, but they definitely have like a vendetta against you, and their main objective is to see you crash and burn. Um, I think something is happening really, really good for you, but it's going to come from you doing something that you haven't done in a very long while. Like this is something that you've probably, I don't want to say denounced, but it's something that you've said, you know, I'm not ever going to do this again. This is stupid. This is probably like a creative endeavor that you did when you were younger, or even when you were a child, and you got money from it, maybe, but you don't do it as an adult because you see it as something that's stupid, naive, adolescent. It's like nobody would, you know, nobody would buy this now. They just did it when I was a kid because, you know, it was different then, or whatever. But I feel like this has something maybe to do with like writing children books. Um, but it's like you're saying, oh, I just can't do it because it nobody's gonna buy it, or nobody's gonna pay attention to what I have to do. And they're saying that that's extremely wrong. Like you have abundance coming in from you in terms of something that you haven't done in a long, long while. And I feel like when you get back to who you were before all of this happened, who you were as a child, I feel like you will bring in that abundance. And that's something that they can't take from you. Or whatever creative idea that you have in your head, they cannot take that away from you. I'm also hearing like identity theft. I think there was some sort of legal matter that you had with these people too. I feel like also somebody or something, or a spirit animal or something is like greatly protecting you from that ever getting, like, that creative idea that you have. They wouldn't be able to tamper with that because that's something that I feel like is like a spiritual imprint, like a spiritual birthright. Um, like that's something that's in your soul contract for you to do, or it was meant just for you. So nobody can really take that creative idea, um, that creativity. They cannot claim that as them. Um, yeah, it's saying that if they were to even try claim this as theirs or try to steal this, it would it would totally backfire on them. Not saying that they're not going to get their karma, because they are, but it's definitely something about they couldn't get this even if they wanted to. And I feel like in July, the spirits are encouraging you to just kind of be as childlike as you can. Get back to the basics. Get back to what makes you you. Get back to being happy. Get back to being carefree. Not putting your energy so much on what you've lost, or not putting the energy on, humiliation or embarrassment. It's like it's not bringing anything new into your life. You're just kind of stuck in that one mindset, which these people wanted you to be stuck in, because these people are very, very jealous. And I feel like there could even be like a mother energy telling you that you can't do this, like you're not able to do that anymore. Like you may not get the encouragement that you want from the people that you are extremely close with, but I feel like it could be someone, but it also could be in a spiritual sense, that there is something pushing you towards this goal of creating this thing that you haven't done in a very long time. And I feel like just writing your thoughts is like the first step. Writing your thoughts, putting pen to paper. Like there's something very, very important about putting pen to paper. I feel like in July you're being encouraged greatly. You may even get like gifted like some sort of like, I don't want to say pen, like pen and pad, but it's like something that's going to help you do this creative thing. It's like specifically just for this. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that, like, this thing is just for this, It's specifically catered just to this. But I do feel like those people that are I think they're also saying, don't try to tell everybody about this creative thing. I mean, even though they may try to steal it, and they may try to, I feel like get the licensing. They're trying to get the licensing from it. They're not going to do it, or they can't do it, or it's going to backfire on them. The law's going to catch up with them. Like, it's something about copyright too. These people are not going to succeed. And I think that's also why they're saying just do it. Don't try to talk to other people about it. Don't try to say, I have this, idea about, don't tell anybody. Even your closest, they want you to keep this as secret as possible, because I feel like there's a lot of leaks in your circle. There's a lot of people acting like they're your friend, and they're actually giving the people that you dislike your ideas. Like if you're in a new relationship, they're telling the people that you don't like that you're in a new relationship, so they could steal or take or dismantle that new relationship. So I do feel like in July you're kind of gearing up for you to be in a more introspective, retrospective space, like hermit energy, like just being by yourself, reflecting, doing your work, being creative by yourself. And I feel like that will take you to the next level in your life. So that's all I got for pile number 2. All right, and this is pile number 3. And what I was immediately feeling from this pool is that this was a legal matter. I think in July it's telling you pretty clearly that whatever type of legal matter that you were in, you're gonna get the money from it. And I also feel like for some reason you felt like at first that nobody was on your side, everybody was against you. I feel like even the judge is going to give you, they're like, not only is he going to be, you might have like forgotten some sort of document and you probably said something wrong in court. It don't matter. Like the judge is completely on your side. You may feel like people are against you. I do think that there was somebody against you, of course, because you're in this legal matter. But it's like their hands can only stretch so far. They're also saying don't be too cocky, because I feel like also this is what this judge or somebody of authority that's going to give you this money hates. Like this person hates prideful people. This person hates egotistical people. This person hates narcissists. And I feel like they see that in the person that you're prosecuting or the person that you're suing. Like they see this in this person. And that's why they are going to reward you, because they see you as a good, kind-hearted person. Yeah, I feel like you don't need to be you don't need to be saying things that you don't need to do. You need to kind of, I don't know if this is, it's pretty clear that it's a court situation, but if it's not, in any situation that you're in July, you need to come in a professional, I don't really like that word, but in a professional, because I don't know what professional really means, but in a professional sense. Like you need to come in the energy of, you're well dressed, you have the, you have the body language of somebody that, who cares. You're coming in confident. You're not trying to take the easy way out. And I think that's kind of what's important is it doesn't matter how long it takes. You need to be taking the long way, because the long way is the best way. If you try to cut corners, you won't get as much as you thought you were going to get, or you won't get it at all. Because I feel like somebody is, I don't want to say testing you, but somebody is definitely watching you. They're watching you in these areas or in these places, and they're seeing how you act. And with the lion and the claw, I feel like they're definitely seeing how you react to things too. And if you react in the wrong way that this person doesn't like, that this person of authority doesn't like, they're not going to give you what you want. They're going to leave you empty-handed. I do feel like somebody stole something from you. I feel like what you're going to get back in return is more than enough. More than whatever that person stole from you, that you're going to get it back. I see 31,000 in my head. Could be something around that. I'm also getting act like you're not a victim. Don't come into spaces being victimized. Don't come into the places acting like a victim. come into these places, in these areas, in these spaces with confidence, with self-assertion, with intention. Act like it never even happened. Because whoever this is that's watching over you, that has authority over you, they're looking for that too. They don't want to see a victim. They don't want to see somebody that's, down and out, always complaining. They don't want to see that. They want to see a strong individual. And I feel like you're going to give that, or you can give that, or you have that in you to give that. But they're saying keep up that aura of yourself, so that you don't come out in this empty-handed. Because they're saying it's been a long time. This has been a long time coming. But, just don't give up just because you're at the finish line, or don't feel like, oh, well, I don't feel like doing this anymore, or I just kind of give up. I'm just going to do this the easy way, and I'm going to do it my way. No, you have to do it whoever this person's authority is. Because this person of authority could even change it on you to where you would have to pay them money. This could backfire on you. So I think your best bet in July is to just be assertive, not too aggressive, but stern, firm, and do everything with attention. And you will get your wish. So I know that's pretty short, but I think that's all I have for pile number 3. All right, and this is pile number 4. This one is also pretty cut and dry too. This is pretty much all about having a child, fertility. And I also feel like it has something to do about surrogation or surrogate. I feel like people who are looking to adopt or looking for a surrogate, I feel like magically this person will kind of come out of nowhere. Also with March, it could be that March is very significant, for this birth, but it could also be, I feel like it's more about Pisces energy, and I feel like something is going to spiritually kind of just happen in July. It could be with a Pisces person. You could be a Pisces. The baby could be a Pisces, but I feel like really the energy around July is going to feel kind of spiritually led. I feel like also this is kind of the spiritual pile. But I feel like the people that have been wanting a baby for a long, long time, I feel like it could come in the form of somebody else that you didn't even know that, they would do this. Because I feel like it just, in July, you just find the right person and then it happens. Or it could also be saying, for some of you out there, you could be having a baby with a person you've met literally once. I don't think that's for everybody, but also see that too. Yeah, I could definitely see that. But I don't think that's for everyone. That's just for a specific few. I feel like there's been kind of like a stalemate energy. Like you've been doing something for so long, but nothing has been coming up from it. It's like something has just stopped. And I feel like all of a sudden, also with that March energy of it being, spring, I feel like something just springs forth. And I feel like it comes at the weirdest time. It comes when you least expect it. And it feels like it comes in the form of another person. I feel like you're going to be putting your faith in, a lot of your faith in, a random person. And it's because you feel connected to this person. I feel like this person is kind of like an angel, or this person is somebody on your spiritual team that you've never even met before. This could be a soulmate. But this is somebody definitely that kind of comes out of nowhere. And you're like, oh my God, I feel like I've known you my whole life. And it's like something happens like that. And you didn't even mean to find this person. You also feel like them being in your life is such a mystery, because you feel like you would never, I think this person may be in another language or from another culture. And you're kind of like wondering, why is this person, in my neighborhood, or, I've never seen this person before. I've always come to, this coffee shop, or I've always came to this gym. I've always been here and I've never seen this person before. And all of a sudden this, mysterious person who I feel so called to, I feel so connected to. And they could be extremely different from you in many ways. I feel like there's something about language barrier too. But you're still like, you still feel connected to this person, even if there's a language barrier or there's a cultural difference. It doesn't really stop anything. I feel like in the next upcoming months, I feel like you could be experiencing a lot more spiritual things happening, not just in July. I feel like you're kind of being led really by this person to be in a more spiritual sense. I also feel like the spirits are kind of telling you to be more, to have more faith in spirit, to have more faith in the unknown, to have more faith in the waiting period, to have more faith in patience. Because you never know, in a blink of an eye, your life could change forever. And I feel like this is what's happening in July, or if it's not in July, it's definitely going to be happening soon. It could happen in March, but I feel like this is kind of happening in the least expected place. This could even be like winter. In the winter seasons, you all of a sudden feel like this spring energy. But I do feel like whatever you've gone through, whatever kind of stagnant energy you've been in is stopping completely. And you're going into a new phase in your life. So I think that's all I can see for pile number 4. All right, and this is pile number 5. And immediately I'm seeing a lot of animals and insects. You could have a lot of spirit animals around you, or you could just be a lover of animals. I feel like animals are gonna You may work with animals, but I'm also seeing animals are kind of a sign for you. Like they give messages to you. It could be literal messages, like you could talk to animals. I don't know, but it could definitely be like there's symbology or something. Whenever you see this type of animal, whenever you interact with this animal, it's like you'll know it pertains to this. I feel like you've been going through a lot of ups and downs in your life, and you've been trying to figure out how to get out of this energy. Like emotionally, it's been kind of all over the place, and you haven't had a time to really catch up on anything else besides your emotions. I heard like crying, like you've been crying about this situation, and then you can't even focus on that situation because another situation happened, and you're sad about this. I also feel like somebody had a health scare, a pregnancy scare, and that's what they are. They're kind of like scares. They're like jump scares. Like it's not there forever. They're kind of temporary. I'm also getting that with the camel and the grasshopper. Like they're there and then they're not there, and then it's kind of like even when you're in that energy, or even when you're, it's kind of like somebody saying that you can handle it. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but it's kind of like the spirits are saying, well, you can handle this. You've been through worse. Like this is another thing. I feel like you had a fallout with a friend, you've had a fallout with a family member, and you're just like, when is it going to end? I feel like July is, I feel like you're going to get some sort of, you could get a payout for you to kind of just sit at home and just do nothing. I feel like Spirit is kind of urging you to kind of go with the flow. Don't try to stand against it. Be emotional. Don't try to hide your emotions. I don't think you can. I don't think this power does that. But I think it's saying don't cry and get over it. And I know that's kind of harsh saying it, but it feels like that. It's like cry and get over it. You kind of need these losses to happen so it can get you out of this energy or this space. Like somebody, I feel like the spirits are urging you, are trying to push you into another direction in your life that you're not going to, or like you've not put in the actions to do it. You've probably said to yourself, well, I'm not ready, or you probably don't even know about it. Like you're probably in your life, you're like, I like my life right now. I don't think there's, I like where I'm at I like where I'm at right now. I like where I'm at in my work environment. I like where I'm at in my relationship. It's like I don't really see anything else coming. It's like there's nothing else that I see in my life that I feel like I need to do. It's just I'm having so much loss and, scares. And I think the reason that they're doing this is because they're trying to push you into another direction, in a new direction. I think they're also saying you settle too many times. Like you settle for what's normal, what's safe. They don't want you to be just normal. They want you to be extraordinary. Like they want you to do more than just what you're doing now. So they're trying to scare you into doing something new. They're trying to get you into the hot seat, pretty much. Like they're pushing you something. They're pushing you into someone that you've kind of wanted to be as a child, but you just said, well, I can't do this anymore. Like that's not me. Like, I can't have those dreams anymore. And I feel like those dreams were very, very accurate. Those dreams were, that was like a soul contract, a soul imprint. Like, that's like something that you were supposed to do. But for some reason you said to yourself, well, it could be from that childhood trauma, but you kind of just forgot about it, and you said that I'm not, I can't really do that anymore. Like, I have to be realistic. Well, nothing's really real, nothing is real. So I feel like you need to be going back into that dream state, because I feel like you let ego get in front of you, and you let ego kind of take command in your life, and you let logic kind of take control of your life too. You've always had to say, well, this has to be a logical sense, which kind of doesn't make any sense because you're watching the tarot reading. So it's like, I don't know, but it's like, these things, you should be doing more, you should be doing, this endeavor, but you just don't do it because you just don't have any logic into it. You're just saying that there's no possible way I could do this. I don't have this yet, or there's no possible way I could do this. I'm not in this field yet. Well, now they're going to push you into this field. Now they're going to push you into this space. Now they're going to push you to where the only thing you can do is this endeavor. The only thing you can do is that creative idea that you had when you were a child. This is the only thing you can do now. And they're saying kind of don't put your energy so much into what people are going to think about this, or don't put your energy in how you're going to be perceived. Like, just do it. Because whatever you're going to do is it could pay your bills, it could pay your friends' bills, it could pay your boyfriend's bills. Like, it could pay so many people's bills. Like, you have so much money coming in, but you really do have to do what you know that you need to do. And I feel like animals are going to be a good signifier of the kind of spiritual work. I was going to say the spiritual work that you're going to do, but I feel like it's the spiritual connection that you're going to have with animals. I'm also seeing August too. August is going to be very significant, or Leo season. But don't put too much of your energy in what you don't have. You need to be putting energy into what you already do have, and putting that back into that creative space, if that makes sense. So I think that's all I see for pile number 5. All right, and this is pile number 6. I feel like you're going to be going into a new... Okay, this has a lot of different things going on. I feel like, someone is moving into a new house, probably from the help of a financial advisor. I also feel like someone's spiritual team is getting very, very loud or louder in the month of July. I feel like someone is going to have news about a birthday party or a birthday gift. If you're a Virgo, you could have somebody come in, or you could be flying to another state, country. Virgo energy is pretty strong, and Libra energy. So there's a lot of editing and partnerships that's coming in. And this is Pile 6, and that's the 6th house, which rules Virgo. I feel like you're going to be meeting a lot of new people, but there's one particular person that kind of stands out. I feel like it's a woman, but for some reason, this woman feels, I don't know why I feel like she's like shape-shifting energy. Like she's like a masculine woman, or I feel like this woman, even though it says that it's a fair woman, I feel like it's literally that she's a fair woman. Like she's loyal. She's gonna see every side of every story. I don't know why that's important, but she's not gonna outright lie to you. I also feel like this is someone's sister too. Someone's sister is gonna help someone like claim the fame. I also feel like this woman is best on your side than against you. I don't know why that's important too, but I feel like she can either defend you or she could put you, or you could lose to her. Like she is best on your side than against you. I also feel like there's something important about spiritual gifts. I feel like this fair woman could have spiritual gifts herself, but I feel like you're becoming extremely aware of your surroundings, of people. Like you're seeing people for who they truly are in July. Also, that bird flying keeps like coming out to me. I feel like someone is coming in from could be overseas. If you're in America, then someone's coming from the East. And if you're from the East, then you're moving to the West. Yeah. I feel like you're gonna get help from an unknown source too. Leo energy is pretty prevalent. You're gonna get help from a Leo person, maybe. They're also saying don't be too boastful about the things. I feel like you're gonna get a lot of things in July. A lot of gifts, a lot of abundance, a lot of what you've been praying for this whole year. You're gonna get it in July. If not July, then definitely in Virgo season or Libra season. Definitely in Libra season. But I feel like I feel like somebody has a birthday in Virgo season, and someone's gonna get like a really, really big birthday gift. Like a huge gesture. Like someone is getting like, I don't know, it's just something that's very, very prevalent about Virgo season. And I keep hearing Virgo baby. So someone has a birthday in the Virgo season. But I think they're also saying, because you're going to be getting so much abundance, that they're saying don't lose yourself in that. defend yourself. I also feel like that fair woman, she could come in contact with you. Like I said, she's a financial advisor. She could either be your best friend, or like she could take your money away from you. I don't know. There's something significant about this fair woman, and she kind of, it has maybe something to do with law or government, but I feel like she's a Virgo, and I feel like Libra. I mean, not a Virgo. I feel like she's a Libra, and I feel like there's something prevalent in Libra season. Again, Virgo. I think Spirit is just mainly saying don't be too boastful about your accomplishments, and don't be telling everybody about how much that you've gained, how much that you have, because people are trying to maybe take that away from you. And I think that's also saying shield yourself from that. But there's some people I'm kind of feeling like they need to shield themselves from this fair woman. She could be unfair. Again, she could either be on your side or she could be against you. But someone's spiritual gifts are like awakening. And again, I see Libra season. Someone's spiritual gifts are awakening, and I think they're saying that you may find out how to do like protection spells, or how to protect your. I also feel like you need to protect yourself spiritually, because there are people that are sending you the evil eye, that are doing spiritual work on you to get you caught up. They're trying to take away your abundance. They're trying to take away someone or something getting to you. Leo energy. I'm also feeling like a beach or vacation. This pile could be going on vacation. I don't know by when, but a vacation is very prevalent. Or they could be going overseas to a vacation. Or they could be going to like a beachy, like an island. Yeah, they'd be going to like an island for their, like a birthday vacation thing. Again, Virgo season. So that's a pretty big gesture. I feel like from having, I don't know if you have nothing. I don't know if this pile, is having like a hard time with finances, or they're having a hard time, knowing what their spiritual gifts are, or knowing if they have any spiritual blocks, or even protecting themselves spiritually, physically, mentally. With that pineapple, I feel like it's, you have a really solid protection around you. And with that peacock, I'm getting like, don't overdo it. Don't be overzealous. Don't, because you're gonna be in such a good space that it's kind of like you just want to tell everybody about your business, and you want to tell everybody how good you're doing, and it's just like, don't do it. Keep it to yourself. But yeah, I think that's all I see for Power 6.